So I know this is a little bit different, and I got a new microphone set up because I'm really trying to invest in this. I didn't really like the audio I had to begin with. It might have been fine for you guys, but I noticed some things I didn't really like about it, so hopefully this is more improved. So today I'm going to talk about my favorite coach in sports, which is Brad Stevens. I've been dying to make this video forever now. I just never knew when the right time to do it was, and I feel like today is the right day to do it. So I'm going to get this out of the way. And especially the way the Boston Celtics are playing right now, it's like I really got to make this video because Brad Stevens is looking like exactly what I've always thought he is. And now the public eye is seeing it more and more. It feels like every year people are really starting to buy into Brad Stevens. So it's very exciting to see, especially for I've been a fan of his forever. So I'm going to get into that, and this is going to be another video essay. So you're not going to see much of me. You're going to hear more of my voice, and you're going to see the movie I present to you guys. So I hope you enjoy, and sit back and relax, and let's get into it. The Celtics have been playing without Gordon Hayward all year, and towards the end of the season, Kyrie Irving had surgery which ruled him out for the rest of the playoffs. So now Terry Rozier, Marcus Smart, Aaron Baines, Marcus Morris, and Shane Larkin look like NBA All-Stars. And Al Horford, Jaylen Brown, and Jason Tatum look like NBA legends. And one's a second-year player and the other is a rookie. Now how the heck have the Celtics been doing this? I mean, no offense, but there are so many teams that have more talent based on age and skill than Boston. But Boston is making them all look pathetic. So how are they doing this? One man, Brad Stevens. Brad Stevens is my favorite coach in sports. Now I would have to put him ahead of Bill Belichick, who is my other favorite, and that's because he is a genius and came up to me during training camp back in 2013 and signed my football. Here are some photos from that day. That was no lie the greatest moment of my life, at that time. But Bill and Brad are my favorites. But this video is about Brad. Bill will get his chance in another video. I have loved Brad Stevens since the moment I started watching college basketball. Brad was once the coach at Butler University from 2007 to 2013. And I live in Dayton, Ohio, where Wright State is, and whenever Butler came to play Wright State, which back then they played in the same conference, I always went and was in awe of Butler. They really were one of my favorite teams in college basketball. Now my favorite thing about Brad Stevens was his first ever loss as a head coach at any level. That I'm aware of. Butler started the year on an 8-game winning streak back in 2007, and they came to Wright State and lost, which was Brad Stevens' first ever loss as a head coach. It is just cool that my school will forever be connected to Brad for the rest of his coaching career. Now, for a coach who has never won a national championship or an NBA title, some might say, what are you talking about? How is he the greatest coach ever? Well, let me tell you why. Before I start, if you want a complete breakdown on Brad Stevens, please check out David Wood's book, Underdawgs. That book is amazing and does a great job telling the Butler story. Okay, let's begin. So Brad Stevens does so many things right, which is why I feel like he's going to be the best to ever do it. His out of timeout plays are ridiculous. Everything this man draws up works, and if it doesn't, it's because not all your shots go in all the time. It's not just the timeout plays, it's the half-court offense, it's the out-of-bounds plays like the one we saw versus the Sixers to win Game 3.
Having trouble again, inbounding, fires to Horford underneath. Horford gets it to go!
It's the defense the Celtics play. It's the way the players carry themselves on and off the court. There's literally nothing Brad's teams do wrong. They're the most selfless teams in basketball, and it's not even close. Brad really put a premium on culture no matter where he has been in his career. Brad was one of the founding fathers of the Butler way, which is humility, passion, unity, servanthood, and thankfulness. He has carried this into his NBA career, and boy has it worked out. Brad does everything right when it comes to building a culture and foundation for building an organization up the right way. But you would never know this because of the way Brad carries himself. He is all about we over me, people over players, and you're never as good as you think you are, nor as bad as you think you are. You know, those type of quotes, that's what Brad is all about. And on the sidelines, he has a stoic demeanor to him and never overreacts to anything. And I literally mean anything. For a guy who worked a great job at a pharmaceutical giant, Eli Lilly, who decided to quit and pursue a basketball coaching career while he was waiting tables at a local Applebee's and trying to become a coach. Talk about a true determination story. So now for some on-court accomplishments. Here is a table of every record Brad Stevens has had in his coaching career, and look at where his teams finished in some of these spots. He took Butler, a small school in the same league as Youngstown State, Cleveland State, and Detroit Mercy, to not just one national championship, but two. Like, I don't understand how they did it. I will say, he did have some really good players like Gordon Hayward, but he was only there for the first national championship, and we all remember that one.
At midcourt, launches the shot! Oh, it almost went in!
That still makes me teary-eyed. But compared to other schools, there is no way they should have gotten that far. And that is just at Butler. Brad has made some Celtics players look like all-stars. He knows how to get the best out of his people and to make them play at their best. Brad is not just a great teacher, but he's a great human. You can't find one bad thing about this man. And I would love for someone to try to question that because you won't win. The craziest thing about Brad Stevens is he's 41 years young. At age 33, he took Butler to the national championship game in 2010. That's as old as Cristiano Ronaldo, Katy Perry, and LeBron James are right now. Like, are you kidding me? And then he did the same thing the next year at age 34. If that doesn't give you any idea of how good of a coach Brad is, then you are out of your mind. So let me tell you why he is the best coach in my eyes. Brad is unbelievable. If you haven't heard him speak before, you'd be amazed at this guy's knowledge that he brings to the table. And the best thing is he looks like your average 40-year-old dad. No offense, Brad. But he is just a Midwest guy trying to do his best job every day. And his coaching career has really just started. He has been so close to winning 2 national championships as a college coach, and his NBA coaching career has been a huge success so far. Now, to call him the best to ever do it is pretty biased, but he has been my boy since day one, so I gotta represent him, even though we have never met before. But if you see this, Brad, please let's meet. It would be an honor, and it would be something to cross off my bucket list, so let's make it happen. Brad will get his chance to make many NBA finals. The way Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown are playing, you just know this team is going to be real good for a long time. And getting Brad's second son Gordon Hayward back next year with Kyrie Irving coming back, they are going to take over the league. And having the most selfless player in the NBA, Al Horford, down low, big things are coming for the Celtics and Brad Stevens. I can't wait to see what the future holds for him and his family, and the future is bright, and I'm on Team Brad Stevens. So thank you for watching, everyone, and hopefully I can say thank you to Brad for watching as well. I will see you guys in the next video, and for the end slide, here's some music and some old photos of Brad. They are too good, and I had to show you guys. Peace out, everyone. What's up, guys?